Hello everyone, this is Sherry at Soul Conscious Tarot, and this is What Do You Need to Know for this week. This is our weekly energy reading that I do each and every week. For those that maybe haven't watched in a little bit, this used to be the Soul Weather Forecast. I changed the name just to help hopefully with the analytics a little bit better, but it's just essentially a weekly energy read every week. So let's go ahead and dive on in and see what energies we have at play this week. Can we expect? What do we need to know for this week? Sitting in the energy of the new moon. If you haven't watched my new moon and Pisces reading, probably highly recommend you go do that. It's worth watching. There's a lot of information in there that might help you at this time navigate some stuff. So we have Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. And this is 12 that reduces down to a 3. Very interesting energy. We are in the year of 2024 is the year of the dragon. We are in the year of the dragon, which if you watch the new moon reading, there's a lot of talk about being able to be flexible and adaptable during this time. So what this tells me from everything I know, protecting the future, this is really speaking to me about forward thinking and preparing for the unexpected. Being prepared, because the year of the dragon, dragons are about adaptability, flexibility, being able to be adaptable and flexible. And so to navigate energies that are ever changing, that are constantly changing, that are not stationary, that are going to be in flux, we want to prepare for the unexpected. Be prepared for the worst case scenario. And here he is protecting something he values. There's even keys there. Keys protecting what is sacred to him, protecting what is valuable to him. I just say, or him or her. I don't even know if that's a guy or a male or a female dragon. It doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and get our emoji card. Give us an emoji card. It wants that one. And it even came out in reverse, no less, which is interesting. I guess some of my cards are turned around. Interesting. I don't know. Oh, I guess I had the deck upside down, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to take it like that because it's fun. It's definitely fun. A little frazzled, and I can definitely understand why, because if you watch that new moon in Pisces reading, you'll understand why. There's going to be a lot of craziness that's going to be coming on up that could definitely put us at our wits' end, that can leave us a little frazzled, especially if you happen to be a sign that doesn't navigate change very well, that has a hard time with being flexible and adaptable. This might be a little bit challenging for there's so much cards of the future here, distant future, protecting the future, except that things can happen in a different order than the one you had in mind. Patience is the key. Oh my goodness. You can't make this crud up. You can't. Oh, this is exactly talking about what I'm saying, that things are not going to happen. Unexpected things are going to happen. They're not going to happen in the way we're expecting them to happen. And to be prepared for that. And this is talking distant future. And in that new moon in Pisces reading, I was talking about the fact that this year is the year of the dragon. Next year, 2025, is the year of the snake. Both are signs that are about, like that are bending. Both those animals, they are very slithering, very, they're not stationary. They're not like something that's solid and stable and secure. They're very movement oriented. Yeah, the tower wants to come out there. I need to have enough room. How do I want to put these? I'm going to put this under here, and then we'll put we'll go ahead. Actually, we'll put it this way so I have enough room to get the cards out here on the table. We do 3 cards, and then we go ahead and get our get clarification on these three cards. We have the Tower card coming out, which is the unexpected. That's all it is. Towers can be good and bad. They're just usually change. They're talk about something happening that is a catalyst, usually a catalyst to cause it ruffles things up. It's the explosion that happens that makes us move. That's all it is. It can be good and bad. Because sometimes a tower can come in, a change can come into our lives, and it helps us, propels us in a good direction, you know. And maybe at the moment we don't see it as good because, well, now things are changing in our lives. And sometimes, like I said, people can have trouble with that change in the unexpected and being able to be flexible. But I absolutely love that this came in about patience being key. And then we have the keys right here. You know, there's keys there, but patience is key, and that things may happen in a different order than what we had in mind. So, you know, we may not be able to predict what's going to happen. Man, it really made me shuffle for that King of Wands. Oh, and then the next one wants to pop right out, which is the wheel. Is that the Wheel of Fortune? It's got the 10. No, that's the 10 of Cups. I apologize. It took me a minute. That's the 10 of Cups. It took me a minute to realize the cups were there. I don't think I have, as much as I use this deck, and I absolutely love this deck, and I've actually been using it quite a bit. I don't know if I've seen the 10 of Cups come out in this deck. That's why it threw me for a loop. Because I was like, usually it has, you know, usually it has the things down here, and this didn't have anything. And I was like, what the heck? And then I was like, I saw the cups, and I was like, oh, the 10 of Cups. So, you know, this is really great. I really do like this because, you know, this is, I love the King of Wands energy here, because the King of Wands is a very, can be, when it's in its upright, and when it's in, you know, it can be a very confident energy. It can be a very passionate, confident energy, that it kind of knows what it wants, and it's willing to go after what it wants, you know, because there's that passion that drives the King of Wands to, you know, to go after what he wants. And so, you know, and this is the 10 of Cups. Well, it talks about what we want, what we're passionate about, what we desire, you know. It comes after the 9 of Cups, our wish fulfillment. You know, this is our what we imagine, you know, would be our happily ever after, what we want it to look like, what we want our life to look like, you know, what drives us and propels us forward, because this is what we want, you know, it's what the life that we want for ourselves. And what, you know, what's great with the King of Wands coming out here is it's telling me, you know, this is us willing to, you know, like, put the determination and the gumption behind, you know, the action behind what it is that what we want in life, being willing to do what it takes, you know, like having the confidence to go after what it is that we want, you know, even when things may be unpredicted, you know, unpredictable, unexpected, you know, even like, we're not going to let the unexpected hold us back, that we're going to stay on course, is what I really feel like, or that's what it's wanting us to do, is that even though there might be some things here that may happen, you know, not in the way we expected it to happen, we can be patient and weather that storm. We can weather it and get through it, because we're keeping our eye on the prize. You know, we're keeping our eye on the prize, which is what it is, what we want for ourselves, for our future. And so these little hiccups in the road, little bumps in the road, are just bumps in the road, and being aware that they're bumps in the road and being able to navigate that and being patient. Give me 2 cards on this Tower, please. Give me 2 cards on this Tower. And even though we may be a little frazzled, I like that I kept this in reverse, because what does that mean? That means that that even though we may feel frazzled, we're not letting it get the best of us, okay? We're taking the punches. We're rolling with the punches, even though it might be challenging, okay? Great. I love it. I love it. We have the Two of Coins here, the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is usually trying to balance out things, and that's perfect that it's landing there on the Tower, because that's, the Tower's talking about things being out of balance, and trying to navigate and find the balance, weather the storm, finding ways to weather the storm. Perfect. The Queen of Wands, counterpart energy here. So again, it's balance. This can represent the masculine and feminine energy here, because we have a suit, a matching suit, in finding the balance, which is necessary, because we have the Two of Pentacles here, which is trying to find balance. Trying to make a decision from a balanced place, not trying to make a decision in the moment, because the Queen of Wands can be a very hasty energy. It can be a energy that doesn't always think long term. It can be somebody that just acts on impulse. And so that's why I like that it's kind of here with the King of Wands, and with the Two of Pentacles here, because it's saying, when the unexpected happens, to temper patience, temper that decision. Don't act in the moment, act impulsively, but see the longer picture. Wait to make a decision, before making that decision, because twos are always about decisions. Don't make your decision from an unbalanced place. Make it from a balanced place, not from in the moment of what's happening in the moment, but make that decision based on what's going to suit you for the long term, what's going to be best in the future thinking, not acting in the moment, but future thinking, distant future, protecting the future, protecting what is your Ten of Cups by being patient and weathering these storms, and not acting in the moment, but keeping your eye on the prize for your 10, what is it you really want down the road, making the decisions that are going to get you to your 10 of Cups, not the decisions that are just going to get you past over the hump that has just happened in your life, so make it from a very, oh my gosh, we have all kinds of cards coming out here. So the Tower again, with patience, and the Moon. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Again, that's just exactly what I just talked about, because the Moon is like things that are hidden, things that we can't see, unexpected towers that are going to come up, and that patience that's talked about over here. Patience is key, and we have Temperance, which is patience, being patient through these storms, through these unexpected storms. Keeping your eye on the prize. The King of Wands has got his eye on the prize. He knows what he wants, and he's willing to take action toward what it is he wants, but it's doing so from a place, like I said, of forward thinking, future thinking, not being caught in the moment, not acting impulsively, thinking through your decisions, and being patient before you act. He's sitting there looking out. He's not taking action. This guy right here, he's not taking action. Look at him. He's sitting, he's like, he almost, shoot. It's giving me the Lion King vibe, when the Lion King he's sitting on top of that little perch overlooking his kingdom. He's sitting there looking over everything, and from a place of confidence that he knows that he has the power to do what he needs to do, but he's not taking action because he knows he doesn't need to. And if you think about lions or most cats, they reserve their energy. They only act when they absolutely need to. They store their energy, and they don't take action unless they need to. And that's the energy that we need to be in for this during this time period. Okay, 2 cards on this 10 of Cups, please, and then we'll finish off this reading. 2 cards on this 10 of Cups, please. Clarify this 10 of Cups for us. The Page of Wands, more Wands energy, lots of fire energy, lots of fire energy. And the Ace of Pentacles, look at that, right there. So this is really, really is going into, I like that we have, I feel like that Page of Wands is just that curiosity for the future, but setting things up for the future. I like that, like I said, the page energy here, what I'm coming through is that just that childlike, what's the word I want to say? Like the kind of wanting curiousness, the curiousness of a child, that they're curious about everything. They're curious about what could be, like if I do this, what's going to happen. It's that willing to take a risk because you're not afraid of the unknown. If you think about a children are fearless. They're fearless. They're just totally curious about everything, and because they don't know any better, and that's what I feel like the energy that we need to be in right now is that kind of energy, like embracing our inner child and be curious about everything, not not worry about the details, not worry about the bumps in the roads, but look at life as, from that child perspective of being fearless, of being, just being curious, seeking out and being curious. Well, what if I did this? What if I did that? Where would that lead? Where would that lead? If I did this or if I did that, where could that lead? What opportunities could that bring into my life that could potentially lead to what I want in my life? It's that curious mind, being curious about things, being curious about things that we weren't necessarily aware of. And I don't know why I've never noticed this, but this is giving me a snake or dragon, like a snake vibe. How that's it looks almost like a snake, a snake vibe there, of navigating the changes, being flexible, being able to weave in and out and around the different opportunities and different challenges that might occur, in the upcoming months and year. So this is a pretty interesting reading. I hope that you got a lot out of it. It's very interesting. I feel like this is more forward thinking. I mean, it's telling us to be prepared is what it's really telling us. Right now is the time to be prepared for what's coming, to set the stage. Now is the time to set the stage for what's coming and to be prepared. So I think that's the main message that's coming through. If you're curious about, well, this is about what do you need to know this week? Well, what do you need to know this week is now is the time to start battening down the hatches and being prepared for the storms, being able to weather the storms. What do you need to do now to weather the upcoming storms? And it's not to say that the storms are bad. It's to say that things are going to happen unexpectedly in ways that you didn't expect them to, or that you had in mind. And to realize that we're as a collective going to need to be patient and be flexible and adaptable in our ways of thinking to overcome the obstacles and the bumps in the road that are going to be coming down the pipeline. So just be aware of that right now during this time. So that's what I have for you this week. I hope that you got something from this message. I thank you so much for all of you that tuned in and watched this, even if it's for a short duration, because your time is valuable, and for you to be willing to bestow that upon me and my channel, it means a lot, and I appreciate you taking that time, effort, and energy to share your energy with me. So thank you so very much. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. You know, of course, that helps my channel, shares your energy with me so that I can pick up on it on future readings. Leave any comments that you always wish to share. Comments are always open for me. So thank you so much again. I hope you have a great and wonderful week. Harmony and gratitude to you, my friends.